please get ready because it's going to be a fantastic pink full moon in Libra tomorrow. So this is happening April, well, it depends what time zone you're on. April 6th or April 5th if you're in the US or especially the West Coast. So it's happening at 1234, which is a really cool number, 12:34 p.m. New York Standard Time. That's not really a time, Eastern Standard Time. And in this video, I'm going to give you the energy update, the astrology report, and I'm going to give you 3 powerful tips to help you prepare for this full moon. It doesn't have to take long, but grab your crystals, your altar, get ready. This is going to be one of the biggest full moons, especially for love, because we are in Libra and the energies are creating this incredible merge that's super activating the goddess of love, Venus. So Venus is both a planet and she is associated with the goddess of love, the ancient mother goddess, sex goddess, goddess of fertility, love, pleasure, magic, all of the good things. So let's go ahead and dive in. Okay. So I'm going to give you this report and then I'm going to do some deep channeling on what's happening this full moon. So the report is basically that Venus is hitting hard. She is hitting super hard. At 12:34 she peaks. It's happening again Thursday the 6th. We'll be doing a ritual live, so join us on the full moon in Libra, the pink full moon, because of the pink energy of the flowers. It's named after the pink full moon. Both in Asia, the peonies, and in North America, both pink moss and a couple of other pink flowers. But the astrology energy, before I dive into a goddess of love channeling, is that it's a time to celebrate the beauty and power of love in all of its forms. So it can be romantic love, friends love, family love, your love for the flowers, the life that you have, but really this lunation is exuding a divine feminine energy, a sensual energy, even a sexual energy. You will be feeling hardcore Venus codes, so connect with the goddess of love through meditation, through dance, through ceremony, through journaling, through sound healing, and other divine feminine practices. Now we're going to be doing a mixture, a sprinkling of all of this during the full moon ritual, and the theme this month is communication, the divine union and communication, because this is a pitfall where most women and couples fall apart or struggle or falter a bit, because communication is what connects us in our understanding between one person to the next. And even though there's a such thing as twin flame telepathy, or I believe that in conscious relationships we need to stay grounded and communicate our heart's desires, connect with words, with body language, with eye gazing. So we're going to be giving you some really powerful tips at this full moon. But essentially the energy this lunation is that there's a powerful divine feminine goddess of love energy rising, and Venus is having this conversation with the fixed star Algol, which means that during this moon you will feel this powerful feminine energy. Specifically, relationships where there's a powerful woman will start to bloom, and the power in the woman and in the feminine is going to renaissance, will take precedence. Expect intensity because this full moon in full moon in Libra is going to have an opposition to Sun in Aries, so that Ram might be ramming his magical horns into, so we have Mars, Aries, and Libra, and they're sun and moon together. So there's this like powerful polarity, which is going to create synergy. Aries, Mars, god of war, bound with feminine Libra, goddess of love, Venus. So we have men are from Mars, women are from Venus. So there is going to be this polarity, but what I'm seeing and feeling is there's this opposition, but in a healthy, powerful way. So set boundaries, communicate, share what you need. And for those of you divine feministas out there, you super powerful feminine energies, you're here, a love leader on the planet, here to awaken the codes of the goddess, here to activate the ley lines, here to bring more love and to align with your twin flame, then you will be feeling the call to open your heart, to merge with your man or your woman, and to really bring that balance in. So do things to nourish your femininity. I'm going to share three priestess prep moon magic tips in a second. The last thing I want to say about this astrology coming up on the pink full moon, named after these pink flowers, is that it's going to amplify intuition, which is a feminine capacity. So you may open up your third eye a bit more. Your psychic abilities are going to be super strong. So it might be time for you to pull some oracle cards or to do a ritual ceremony. The more you bond with other women at this time, coming together, you're going to open these psychic gifts, not just that at that peak moon, but you'll be able to dip in and take from that well and bless yourself with that feminine energy from this full moon throughout the month. And if you continue the practice, this will be an upgrade for your intuition as a priestess. So definitely do moon magic rituals, come together with sisters. If you are ready to rise your divine feminine energy and step into the twin flame union, this is going to be epic, sacred, delicious. And we are creating an incredible ritual. Aphrodite University is the premier divine feminine university, the Harvard of bliss-based mystery schools. And tomorrow we're gathering a curated group of divine feminine priestesses, and you're invited to attend live. It's happening at 5:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 8:30 p.m. Eastern. You can look it up for your time zone. It's happening just before the moon is at its peak, and you can register for the Sacred Love Activation. And I'll give you a coupon code below, but it's 777 portal, all lowercase, and you'll save 50% off. So definitely take action on whatever it is for you, but create a ceremony. And then also, if you are in relationship, this would be an incredible time after the ceremony, after the energy peaks, a little bit before, after, a little during or a little bit after, to create a sex magic ritual. Manifest with pleasure, with sensuality, and with your orgasm. So this is something I highly recommend. Okay, I'm going out of order. I'm going to go back to my 3 full moon in Libra priestess prep tips, and then I'm going to channel. I'm so excited. So this is a big day. Tomorrow, I know you don't have much time to prepare, but here are things you can do to squeeze out the most moon magic. One is to decorate your altar. The ancients did this for the goddess of love, Venus. If there was a moon like this is huge. This is the full moon in Venus, and she is getting super activated by the sun in Aries and the star Algol. And so there's this like mega moment for Venus to put her crown on. She is here, available for you. So dedicate your altar with a little bit of a statue to Venus. Put a picture of her, or rose, or there's so many different things that represent her energy. Apples, roses, dolphins, pearls, the color pink, whatever resonates with you, the color red and pink. So make these offerings with flowers, perfumes, essential oils, or symbols of beauty and sensuality that resonate with you, and bring that to your ritual. Have it available. And our ritual is done live on Zoom, so just bring yourself next to your ritual with your camera on. All right, priestess prep tip number 2, gather in ritual, such as ours if you want to, or in your own community, but don't do this alone. This is a very feminine energy, so gather in ritual with those who support and feed your feminine energy. If you're a woman, I imagine that you want to gather with your sister tribe at this time. This is the time to dedicate the energy to the goddess of love and to your hearts. So sipping things like cacao or rose tea, or in the case, if you come to our ceremony, we send you a ritual recipe of a rose cacao raw ceremonial cacao elixir. And if you don't have all of the ingredients, you can kind of get creative and come up with your own. Some people just sip rose petal tea, or they nibble on raw chocolate. But the idea is that raw chocolate opens up the third eye. It does open up the heart. And you can add some of these special ingredients that we'll be sharing in the recipe, or you can create your own recipe if that resonates, to really support your body and your energy body to download with more clarity, to open your heart, and to make decisions to participate in ritual from that awakened, activated space. So have that ready. Get your cacao elixir. I would highly recommend that. And rose as well. Essential oils that honor goddess Aphrodite are also great. Like I said, rose, the flowers, very delicate feminine flowers like jasmine, champaka, lotus, even very heart-based energy, honoring Kuan Yin, who's also another expression of the goddess of love. And any essential oils that really call to open your heart. Okay, Priestess Pro moon tip number 3 is, as the full moon reaches its peak, connect with the goddess of love, whatever that means to you. Maybe it's your mother, or maybe it's Gaia, or maybe it's the planet Venus, or maybe it is Ashtar, Inanna, Kuan Yin, Isis. And this will give you a heightened sense of emotional as well as physical, sexual, perhaps, connection. The goddess of love, she's a fertility goddess. So I would even recommend to love yourself up and do a sex magic ritual with yourself, your lover, your partner, and let me know how it goes in the comments below. All right, so I am so thrilled that you've made it here. I'm going to channel the goddess of love and do a reading for you, my dear. All right. You are here at this time to bring in more love, and this is the time to dine on the love that has always been here. Are you living in the illusion that you are in scarcity, or are you seeing the bounty, the blessings, the feast that is on your table? Are you feasting in it? Or are you complaining that there's something wrong? Are you seeing the empty spots? Or do you see the delicious, decadent vegetable or whatever is upon your dish? Even if it's a small piece, see it as the pearl, see it as the hologram. Bliss out in the abundance, the bounty, and you will be blessed. Gratitude is our greatest gift, to turn that trauma into treasure. If you can focus on that one thing in the room, in the moon, in the time that brings you pleasure. So at this full moon, what you'll want to do is set the energy towards that thing that you're most grateful for. And with the gratitude, with the bow, with the thank you, God, thank you, Goddess, thanking the goddess of love, thanking that you have created this already from your own love. For there is no separation between you and the goddess of love. There is no separation between the sensation on your skin and the brain. It is all one body. We are all this. We are all the goddess of love. And she is merely the mirror, the brain, the connection, the nervous system that allows you to sense your own love. If you are single and struggling, if you are separated, or if you are in a union and it's turned sour, all it needs is the love power, the healing power, and of the flower, especially the rose. You may dine upon it, you may drink it in, flower essences, the rose flower essence. You can soak the red rose, the pink rose in a bowl. Of course, ladies, if you don't know this, a lot of roses are tainted with pesticides, so make sure to get them only organically sourced. Goddess Aphrodite is here to bless your rose petals. The rose is an important, powerful symbol. She connects you to the Venus planet through the Stargate from which this planet was born. If you do not know, Earth, Gaia, on some level was born through the vagina of Venus. The vein within us, the Venus vein, the bloodline comes from the Venusians. We have this ancient memory of the feminine, the divine feminine holy flame that lasts inside you, the Mary Magdalene, the mag of all of us, the magnificence, the magma, the volcanic explosion that came through the ecstasy of the divine feminine goddess. And yes, there's a timeline where we're living in the stones of the rape, of the pain, of the persecution of the feminine, of the stoning, the burning of the witches, where we're living on this earth grid in prison, in pain, in the memory of the suffering of the witch burnings of so many hundreds of years, thousands of years. We can choose that timeline, or we can live in the magnificent memory of the creation of this planet that is coming from her twin flame union. And there is a polarized energy between Mars and Venus. And on some timelines, if you live in the pleasure timeline, you will see the polarity between Mars and Venus as pure balance, polarity and balance. If you live in the matrix where you're living in the god of war in separation, persecuting the goddess of love, and they are separate, they are divorced, they are arguing, they are at war with each other. He's suppressing her, she's running away, she's fighting back with his pain and his tools, and he's in love with hurting her, and there's this imbalanced polarity. Then we're living in the times of Atlantis, of the flood, of the fall, of the deluge. And this is the day to rise up a new centrifuge within you, within your heart. It's time for a new start. So let go, be love, be the flame. Don't play into the pain. Create a new game. This is your time to unwind. The Kundalini in your spine, it's free. It's ecstasy. It costs no money. And tonight, on this 5th or 6th, tonight, on this pink full moon, open up your womb, open up to the pleasure, open up to the pleasure codes, open up to the abundance of your Magni-am, the magnification of your Mary Magdalene. Also, the Magni-am is where your Aries, where your masculine energy is penetrating inside the sacred chalice. So this is a sex temple practice. And it is like a violent, I'm seeing like a violent magnum, like pow, like he wants to kill her kind of energy. But it's Magni-am, and it means it's magnetic. She is receiving it. She is receiving his pain, and she's transforming that bullet into bliss. It's like the silver bullet in the Beast. There's this lady, what is it? Lady and the Beast? Beauty and the Beast. It's beauty is Belle, is Venus, and the beast is Aries in his anger and his rage. For he has returned from Saturn with that satanic energy, and he's ready to fight with his fire. So he's been through the whole dark masculine thing, and now he's resurrected. He's stepping into the sun. Aries is now risen as the sun in the consciousness of you, in the divine human blueprint, in the divine man, in your beloved. If you are risen, if you are woke, if you are carrying the codes of the twin flame energy, or the consciousness of light and the love of the feminine, and you have merged these in your heart, you have in front of you many options for lovers. If you are fixating on one of them and you're focusing on pulling them in and all these stalker kind of energies, that's not what I'm talking about. But it's if you are in the Christ Sophia energy and the Christ masculine energy, then you have this infinite surplus of options. So on this evening of the full moon, call that in for yourself. Call it in as a single sovereign woman. Call it in with your beloved. Let that masculine energy move through you. And again, even though there is the sadistic, Saturnian, satanic, dark masculine that has existed in this planet, we're switching that off or inverting it into the positive timeline, the timeline that remembers the Holy Grail and the grids that were here, that remembers the sacred union between Aries, the god of war, and Venus, the goddess of love. And connect it at the heart. Because even though we have this history of the patriarchy in your man, in your beloved, your lover who has housed the darkness, in you who have housed the dark feminine, who has housed the darkness for eons, you have illuminated. And the next level in this illumination is connection. Connection, and this takes communication, connection through communication. This communication happens in your voice, also in your body. So creating a sound healing temple for you and your twin flame, or in sisterhood, in gathering, in sister and brotherhood at ritual. So bring in the vortex of the voice, the matrix of the divine masculine and the divine feminine. Bring in the waters of the womb, channel it together. At some point, it will be perfect to do it in person, to have those sound healing temples and the perfect Atlantean technologies and to architectures and the Lemurian rituals, and oh, won't it be so magical? We'll have this return and this restoration of the old mysteries in modern times and have the best of blend of both, but now in the simple ways that you have. Something like a Zoom video call, something like Amanda's been working so hard to create. And finances, money, abundance is part of this Magni-am. There's a magnification of the money codes. His Aries energy and satanic Saturnian energy behind it had to happen. This dark masculine history had to happen. But now all the men on this planet have been through it all. And some of the men who have been risen from the darkness are in their Christ hearts. They are still not fully activated because we haven't reached the judgment day where we have said, hallelujah, we are here, heaven on earth, time is happening now. We are still a little bit behind the times, and the Saturn energy rules time. So it hasn't happened in time, but out of time it has happened. So when we create this sacred sexual union, the Kundalini flowing down and up and around our chakras and connecting at the heart, Venus will be able to activate him fully, and the sun in him shines through her. All of the darkness she's been carrying, a lot of trauma, a lot of rape, persecution, pain of the feminine. So when he penetrates with the sun, she opens up like a bloom, the rose rises. But she has to call him in, and to call him in, she has to face this dark masculine, the satanic energy, the dark energy, the war. She has to face all of the memory of the past. All of us, our great, some grandmother was raped in a war because Aries was flooding by fire, the earth. And also she was flooding by water with her pain. But this is all alchemized as we alchemize each of us, as we heal our traumas, as we heal our chakras, and we, through connection, can connect not just through pain, but by alchemizing the pain and connecting in the pleasure. So the erotic energy is powerful. The sensual energy is powerful. The chakra energy spinning, Kundalini energy, merging with your beloved is powerful. Now, if you don't have a beloved in 3D, that's fine. You can bring them in on a soul level, and that's where manifesting with self-pleasuring is important. Connecting with their energy is important. Now, if you don't have any boundaries, if you keep bringing in the darkness, be careful, be wise, use extra protection. Just like those of you who have a tendency to, have an accidental pregnancy, you wear those 3 condoms. Wear those 3 forms of contraception. Those of you who have leaky sexual energetic boundaries, put 10 protection roses with big thorns. Wear 10 golden bubbles of light. Keep checking in, because you are the sacred chalice. You are the entire palace. And if you let in the demons and you invite them in, the Dark Lord will take you over and take your pedestal and drink from your sacred chalice and poison your wine. And when you want to come back into the palace, it will be replaced with a dark phallus. So don't do that. Again, dine on the divine. See the abundance. It starts with this one pea, the princess and the pea, this one pearl. See with gratitude what it is for you to celebrate in your life on this full moon, and communicate that with ease and grace. Say with the words what you are grateful for. Share that with your soul family. We'll be doing this live on the full moon. We'll be sharing what we're grateful for in our lives using clear words, and we'll be getting feedback from our partners to be seen, actively listened to be healed through the connection of being seen and heard in this third density, Earth. Because you are a priestess, you are a goddess, and it's time to start being seen, heard, and loved in that capacity. And you're not alone. It may feel that we're spread far apart, even if you're in a dense city. I have been there. I've been in New York. I've lived in Shanghai. I've been in San Francisco Bay Area, big parts of my life, San Diego, LA, the busiest trafficked areas here in Bali. And we can still find ourselves feeling alone, seeing our neighbors and going, where are the priestesses? Well, we're here. We're here and alive, and nothing can stop us. So I ease out of the goddess of love channeling into being a goddess of love speaking to you. It's been a lonely path. The last year of full moon ceremonies, new moon ceremonies have been very, very quiet. And I don't know what's going on, but I ask you from my heart, if you feel called to attract your twin flame, I will be there tomorrow night. I will be there to help you. I have created miracles. You have created miracles. I know that I can name many weddings that I've been to. In fact, one of my clients showed us her wedding pictures just the other week because she was married in Australia to her twin flame after a lot of challenges before she started working with me, and she's worked through some challenges. And I love helping people to find their twin flames. I also see the value of sisterhood, and I see the the value of gathering together. I also see the value of investing in ourselves. And that's why this ceremony isn't a freebie. It's not just some quick fix. It's a monthly gathering. And I invite you to attend, try it out once. And if you vibe with it, to do your best to attend every month. We do have replays, but if you can attend live, that's always more magical. I ask you from sister to sister to feel into if this ceremony feels like a support to you. I've put in a decade of my life's work into creating this ritual. I've also put in 4 decades of my education towards the divine feminine healing arts, from playing in my backyard as the little kid to getting my PhD in transpersonal counseling metaphysics, writing my master's degree paper on the goddess Aphrodite, my PhD paper on healing with water through the divine feminine healing arts. This is my passion. This is my love. I opted out of a glamorous lifetime in advertising and marketing, going to Duke University, knowing that I could do a bunch of BS stuff, but instead I followed my belief systems and have devoted myself to the path of the goddess. It starts with investing in ourselves. And sometimes that investment is time, sometimes it's energy, sometimes it's money, sometimes it's getting a babysitter. I've done all 3. And I'm no longer in a place to lose money on these rituals, offering them for free because they're so high value. The women that come have incredible changes, whether they manifest a new man, money, healing, confidence, and I would love you to experience it. And at this time, I'm offering a 50% off coupon code. It's just amazing. So we have a couple different packages, and all of them, I'm going to give you 50% off. It's 777 Portal, Portal. So click the link below or go to aphroditeuniversity.org/full-moon. And Aphrodite is spelled APHRODITE. University.org/full-moon. Org for orgasm, right? All right, ladies and gents, divine masculine supporters, thank you for being here. But you divine feministas, sister priestesses, I look forward to seeing you tomorrow, I hope. And I hope you have a blessed and beautiful pink full moon in Lady Libra, our Venusian priestess, goddess of love. Bye for now. Much love.